Hey friends, it's Coach T here, your partner in helping you master your mentality. Today's topic is all about self-reliancy. How to trust yourself, rely on yourself, be able to depend upon yourself, and you don't need anything else to bring you happiness and joy and fulfillment, but you can all find it from within. If you like this video, please like and subscribe because I have hundreds more in the hopper to help you master your mentality. So let's dive in. This video, you're going to learn how to, again, trust yourself, encourage yourself, believe in yourself so that you know wherever you set your sights, you're going to end up. And you're going to end up a much more happy, fulfilled, and relaxed person. Not so needy or dependent upon other people to get you there. Because when you're going in a dark night, when you're having tough times, nobody's really going to be able to be inside your psyche. Nobody's going to be able to bring you up, show you that love, show you that joy that you totally need that needs to come from within. That's how you get sustainable. That's how you get life that's totally worth living beyond anything you can imagine. Not by finding it outside of yourself, but by doing a deep soul search and becoming self reliant. So let's dive in. To start out, you cannot be a conformist. That should be a given. You can't be dependent and be a sheep in the herd and doing what everybody else is doing to find their peace, to find their joy. You are an individual. You're going to find it within inside yourself that's different from what other people are doing. Maybe some clicks, maybe you join with some people, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's you and what you are doing. Now, it's like when you trust yourself so much and you trust your instincts that you know where you're going and what's going to bring you happiness. It's like driving and you see cars turning and you think, oh, maybe I should turn there too. No, it's trusting inside yourself that you're going on the right path. No matter what everybody else is doing around you, you're doing it right because you're doing it for yourself. You are here today because all your past experiences have led you right here. And where you're going to end up in the future is what you're doing today. Okay? So I want to get that in because it's a lot like, say everybody else is going with the current. And you standing up and trusting in yourself is that person who's swimming against the current. And it's so easy to get fall back and conform with everybody else who's doing the normal thing. Well, when you start out, it's super tough. You're swimming against the current. You don't have the muscles built up. You don't have that endurance yet. You're doubting yourself. But you'll start to notice really quickly, you do this, your character is going to strengthen. You're going to develop power inside yourself to be able to stand up and do your own thing, which is super rewarding. It's a continuous swim, but the actually, according to Ralph Waldo Emerson, he says you do that long enough, it's like angels help guide you to where you want to go. You're naturally so strong in character. It's like on autopilot. So you're naturally starting to separate yourself. Once you get past that initial hurdle and you keep going for it, you stay consistent, you're gonna tenfold your personality. Your person is gonna grow so much. Okay, that's a pretty nice metaphor I like to think about. Now, a way to build this self-reliancy because at the start you need to trust yourself and it's hard to do. So you really kind of got to meditate and maybe even isolate. That's how I started this. I went in the woods. I started, one night trip, long weekend, ended up working up to 21 days, 3 weeks, out in the woods. And now again, I had read books, been in the military, so I had been comfortable with it. But you do that, and when you do it alone, and you start to get the withdrawals, your cell phone, entertainment, it can get really boring. You start to hear noises. You want human interaction. You get in a really weird funk. It's only you. And you shed out all these layers of what used to give you joy you no longer have. You're looking at the trees. it's still, I mean, there's no resistance except there's outside. Inside, you're a terrible mess because you just want to do something. You want to get away from yourself. And this is to start to develop this self reliance. Okay, so like what I did, you sit there, you just do this at home. How can I make myself happy? How can I bring love to myself right now without needing anybody else? How can I bring this to myself right now? How can I rely on myself to create feelings of positivity, goodness? Okay, and so that's what this is, a continuous swim. It's a continuous journey into diving in and stripping out all the stuff you don't need, the stuff that doesn't serve you, and all that negativity pops up. And just pay attention. What is all this stuff that when addiction is something that when you stop doing it, you keep thinking about it and you want to go back to it. So if you go by yourself, what pops up? What's pulling you? And then you start to develop self awareness. That goes hand in hand with self reliance because you can see everybody else is dependent upon other things, and you start to separate yourself. Whoa. And you start to really understand all these different elements of psyche, how it's playing tricks on you, and everything is making you go with the current and conform and be comfortable. That's how we're set up. But to stand and develop this strength and to swim against the current, you're going to need incredible fortitude to sit there and sit with your pain, sit with your struggle, and sit with what's going on. And so that you can see all of this is distracting you from your true self. Once you find that, that's like the angels helping carry you. And it's like your whole world opens up into really a meaningful connection to life. Everything else, a lot of times when you're not self-reliant, and it's like, geez, this is kind of mundane. I don't really get I'm not seeing the value in day to day and like, okay, what's the big deal? And we're taking for granted the true essence of life that only you can experience by finding your true self. Okay? So again, you have like a relative self, a physical body, and an absolute self, a truth that you're bigger and connected to a much larger sense, or the universe, nature. Okay? So you're connected much more deeply. And then when you take upon yourself this responsibility that you actually have an effect, an impact on a much larger sense, it's really easy for us to crumble right back and to not want to take the responsibility. And by doing this, we have a lot more regrets because we know we could be so much more, but it's accepting the challenge and building the skills within ourselves. Okay? So that's why we have to hold ourselves accountable. If we really want to experience growth, that's as easy as writing it down every day. How did I impact the world? What did I learn? What value did I create? All right. And also, how was my emotions? How did I talk to myself? Was I encouraging? Did I have confidence? What do I need to work on? When it's all laid out in paper, you have black and white, plain as day. Here's what I did today. Here's what I need to work on. Here's how I improved this past week. You start to really progress on paper. On your mind, you can start to see, okay, am I enjoying myself more? Am I taking more responsibility for my feelings? How other people, when they talk to me, am I letting it get to me? Am I developing my thick skin? Am I developing this character in this life that I want to be? That's taking responsibility. And by doing so and swimming against the current, you're going to find so much more joy than you ever have gotten by simply letting it take you on a lazy river. Okay? Look, the path of self reliancy is all about falling off and getting sucked in the current and then getting right back and start that paddle again. We're going to fall off a lot of times. I know I have. I don't think anybody ever has just made that straight paddle and kept going. That's not even fun. That's, your work, work, work. you're gonna zig and you're gonna zag. You're gonna, according to that Ralph Waldo Emerson again. Look, you're gonna when driving, you're gonna steer too far left, too far right. It takes time to get it smooth. And again, with each stroke, you're getting smoother and smoother every day. Every opportunity inside that day is a chance to just work on yourself, is a chance to become who you know you can be, who you want to be. This is all up to you, taking that responsibility and becoming self reliant. Give yourself that happiness. Give yourself that joy, that love that nobody else can give you. Okay, I hope this video helps somebody to take that responsibility and start today to develop themselves. If you want more additional help, well, one, you can like and subscribe because these videos are still going to be coming. But personalized, custom to you, you want confidence. You want to get rid of insecurities. You want to get rid of anxiety. Set up a message on that calendar, an appointment, and we'll have a little call, and I'll help get you to your goal. Okay? All right, friends. Till next time on Mastering Your Mentality.